And welcome back to News Channel 3 Live at 9. It's spring and the warmer weather mean animals are getting really active right now.
And that they are. You may be hearing scratching in your attic, or you may have groundhogs tearing up your yard, but you don't have to let these pests drive you wild. Lorrie Newton is with A-1 Wildlife Service. Lorrie, glad to have you here this morning.
Good morning.
We were talking a little bit earlier. Surely this is not a problem in big urban cities like Memphis and other municipalities like Germantown. This isn't a problem. This is in the rural areas, isn't it?
Oh, most of our business, guys, is definitely in the city and in the urban areas, especially in the springtime when the animals are moving to have their babies and they need a place to have them.
So they're looking for a place that's sheltered. So what will they do to get into an attic? Will they actually create a hole?
Most definitely. We like to tell people that they really need to try to keep the maintenance up on their house because these animals are definitely opportunistic. And so anything they can do to keep the trees and the limbs off their house, keep the leaves away from their house.
So that they don't have a path to get to your roof, I guess.
Squirrel can jump anywhere from 6 to 10 feet.
Holy
and then if you have an area of wood...
That squirrel can really jump. 6 to 10 feet? Wow.
Man, a while pregnant, because remember, this is prompted by babies.
And then they'll find an area of opportunity where there's a little bit of an opening or some soft wood, and they'll start to chew, and they can get in your house in a day.
And probably do thousands of dollars in damage.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
25% of unknown house fires are caused from rodents chewing.
You gotta be kidding.
Seriously, because they chew the wires?
Yes, ma'am. Rodents will chew. If they don't, their teeth will continue to grow. If a squirrel didn't chew, his teeth would grow a foot long in a year. And so,
now, wait a minute. So we kind of want them to
really
chew.
Fact?
It is.
You mean a tiny squirrel with teeth a foot long?
Which goes to show that they're chewing because we're not used to seeing them that way. So they're going to chew on something
that
in your
right there is a horror movie. But they can chew through the wires.
Yes, ma'am. Most definitely. We have people call a lot of times. The direct TV people will come out. Their TV will quit working and they can't figure out why. And they think something's wrong with their cable or their doorbell won't work. And it's because these animals will get down into your walls to try to build a nest or to get shelter. And as they're getting down there, if they cross some wires that are in their way, they'll chew them. They really like to chew on that insulation that is around your pipes also in your attic. We found a lot of attics where you'll find the droppings around where they're chewing on that insulation too. So you can have water leaks from them also.
Now, are squirrels the only problem here? What other type of animals are we talking about that can also cause a lot of damage?
The main three that we deal with, especially here in the springtime, is going to be squirrels, roof rats, and raccoons.
Roof rats? What is a roof rat?
A roof rat is going to be an animal that lives in your attic. They do what's called colonization of a neighborhood. So they'll actually live in several different homes at one time. If you ever hear this noise late at night, over your head, that's more than likely it's a roof rat. Most people think it's a squirrel, but squirrels aren't nocturnal where roof rats are. And so those squirrels are sleeping at night, but those roof rats that are scratching at night...
Are they really rats?
Yes, ma'am.
And these are not your adult children who refuse to leave home.
This is true. We have had people ask us if we can actually exclude a wife or a child from a moment. No, we stick to
I'm sure you've heard that a time or two.
So when you hear these noises, you shouldn't go up and like get a broom or something.
No, ma'am.
Because can they be dangerous? Are they rabid?
Especially this time of year. These animals do carry a lot of different diseases that we also can catch. They're called zoonotic diseases, which both animal and human can get. And then right now these animals have babies and they're very aggressive. You can imagine a mother who feels threatened if her babies are up there.
Sure.
So we definitely recommend to somebody, if you hear any noises in your attic, please don't go up there and try to solve the problem yourself. They can get very aggressive when they have babies in your attic.
Now, for a situation, Lorrie, like this, do we wait until we know there's a problem, or is it best to maybe just have somebody come out early and just to kind of check around the house?
Yeah, how can we prevent it?
We do both. We offer a service where we do an inspection, and we offer you an option where you can do what's called animal-proof your home so that you don't have the problem come up. And we also tell people that when you're cleaning your gutters or when you're out raking your leaves in the springtime, this is the perfect time of year to look for anything different. These animals will show signs when they're trying to get in, where they're chewing, or where you can see where they're starting to nest, or you'll see sometimes some insulation, like where your gutters run along your roof line. The insulation will kind of be pushed out. It's because there's an animal up there trying to chew to get in. So we can provide an inspection for you that will tell you if you have an animal, or of course then if you're hearing the noise, definitely call us and we'll let you know what type.
On average, what kind of cost are we talking about here?
For like the inspection first, let's start with that.
Right, the inspections are $55, but if you use us for any service that we provide, then there's no charge for the inspection.
So then the preventative It depends on the size of the house, I would assume.
Right, and that's a big question of a lot of people. The trapping charge is the same. We don't charge you per trip or per animal. So if you have a family of raccoons, it's not going to cost you any more to get the family out. And some people even have more than one animal. The raccoon will cause the place of entry, and people say, I can't believe they live together. The raccoon causes the hole, he moves to this end of the house, the squirrel sees the hole, he comes in and he lives over here. They live up there happily.
And then you got the roof rat and the other part.
There's all the information right there. A-1 Wildlife Service. Give them a call. Check them out for sure. Lorrie, thank you very much.
I won't be sleeping tonight for listening. Thank you, girl.